really shouldn't have did this because now I didn't want to take her custody away, but now I have to. Now I have to be the primary custodial parent. Physically, I'm going to be 100%. That's what it has to be now because she wants to go to court, not me. I don't want to give my money away to the lawyers for court fees. Why? When I can go on a trip with my kids.
Hey y'all, it's Destiny, and of course if you saw my latest video, you would know that CJ went on his Snapchat and said that him and Charlene, like with royalty, are going back to court. I guess Charlene is saying that she wants more custody of the twins, and of course she wants that child support. So CJ had more to say about the situation, so let's get into it.
Now, one thing I gotta say, I'm absolutely mad at myself for the way that I handled things during the ending of our relationship. We were ending our relationship 2018, 2019 for sure. And I allowed her to manipulate me into paying for her to bear children. I should have just let it be, man. God said this woman is not worthy enough of being a mother. Her tubes are tied and burned out. She can no longer bear a child. And CJ was manipulated by the devil into believing that all I needed to do was pay $40,000 and we can make this all possible. Forget what God said. And that is why I'm dealing with the karma that I'm dealing with right now. So, little boys, little girls, kids, teenagers, and adults watching this video. Do what God says. And every time that God says something, it doesn't mean that there's physical words being used, okay? Because we can't hear God. I don't know if you think you can, but there's no sound, all right? But God speaks through action.
Now this is very surprising to hear. Their relationship was ending 2018, 2019 before they had the twins. Did anybody know about this?
He took her tubes because he didn't want any man on this earth to deal with what I am currently dealing with. But because I said, it is okay, I will do what you want me to do to Charlene, which is go to IVF and pay $40,000, jack off into a cup, freeze my sperm cells, and then implant her with them. Now I am dealing with the backlash of doing what God didn't want me to do. That's exactly what I believe is happening, man. So the real karma is I gave her children. She was not supposed to have children. And now I'm stuck dealing with this roller coaster ride of a relationship with Charlene Young, AKA royalty. That's not royal at all. That's what I get. Literally, that's what I get.
Now, it does seem like CJ is taking accountability for his part in all of this. So let me know what y'all think about that. I think it's good. I think he's realizing that he chose this life and this is what he decided to do.
You're supposed to have kids the right way, the real way. And if you can't have kids, it's because it's not meant. Now, when you go to IVF, that's some scientific shit. Once you start messing with science, we already know that's magic. Because how can someone like royalty give birth with no tubes? Must be magic, right? So why the hell did I let her manipulate me into dealing with magic? And now I'm stuck going to court with a girl who can't even afford to go to court. Mind you, I don't know where she's getting this money from. Now, I know she said she making $30,000 a day on OnlyFans, but I am not a stupid idiot. I do not believe there is an imbecile on earth willing to pay her anything. But, of course, there are some of you that are fiending and thirsty for anything. But you guys are not, it's not a group of you that can actually come up with $30,000 a day or a month. She's not making the money.
I don't even think her own supporters believe she makes that much money a day.
Okay? And since she's not making the money, she's not capable of taking care of her children. She can't protect them from evil. Because y'all didn't leak my address. Y'all didn't leak my number. Royalty leaked my number actually first. So after she leaked it, I leaked it. But now Tata leaked it. Her bestie. The girl who she hated the most. Y'all seen the videos. Tata, Tata, you were calling Tata. Her biggest enemy was Tata. But now she's in bed with Tata. This is not someone I really want raising my kids. She's a blackmailer. She's a freaking cult leader. This girl is in a cult. She doesn't believe in Jesus. She doesn't believe in God, and she thinks that God is going to allow her to take my kids away from me and $6,000 a month. Baby, that's not how God works. God is literally putting me through test after test, and I'm passing every time. I've won every test because God himself has allowed me to win these tests.
You know, I would really love to know what cult Charlene is a part of. I believe knowing the name will help everybody understand why she is the way she is today.
Innocent men go to jail all the time. Good fathers lose their rights every day. But see, the cool is still here, fighting the same good fight and winning every battle. I'm unscratched and unfazed. Unlike you, Charlene, when you were getting your head bust by my other baby mama, Nike. Unlike your mom, who got her jaw broken by Alexi. I mean, I'm literally unscratched and unfazed in every way. Even when I got shot, you know what Roger told me, right? Oh, them next bullets, they not gonna miss. They aiming straight at your head. Royalty wanted me to die. But since I didn't die, she didn't get the child support, which was gonna come in the form of a freaking life insurance policy. Now that I've removed her name from the life insurance policy, she just wanna take me to court for child support. It's a revolving circle. The girl just want money. Why does she want money so bad when she doesn't even know what to do with money?
I think that she realized that she couldn't do this on her own. She can't take care of all those children. She can't take care of herself. She can't keep a stable home for them. She's just not able to do it. So she's going to try any way she can to get money from CJ. Not only him, get money from a married man, get money from Rico probably. She's doing anything she can to get money right now. And remember, she said she's a queen and she doesn't have to work, so imagine. I'm sure she's very unhappy. So of course she just wants to get money sent straight to her so she doesn't have to do anything to get it.
Her car got repossessed. Her house, she got evicted from. Her life, she filed for bankruptcy. Like, come on, man. You don't have a credit score. You don't have a high school diploma. You don't have a trade. You don't have a brain. Like, The weird thing is, when I looked at the email that my lawyer sent to me, which was from them, filing a motion to get me back in court so that they can take my custody away from me and relocate my kids from Vegas to Texas, what it said on there was that I was an unfit parent because I pulled it out at one of the meet and greets, or maybe multiple meet and greets, which is where we pick up and drop off the twins. Mind you, I have hired a mediator so long ago, I can't even tell you when it started. But we were already in court when I hired the mediator because I realized that my life was in danger every time I pulled up to get my kids from Charlene.
For those wondering, yes, Lexi's mom is the mediator still for the pickups and drop-offs. And it seems like that's going well. But I guess Charlene is trying to use the fact that CJ pulled out his weapon at the pickups and drop-offs, and she wants to use that against him in court.
Either she had goons with their shirts off throwing up gangbanging signs, or her and her boyfriend Rico would be outside the car doing a bunch of movements like this. Now, anytime I see someone fidgeting and moving like that, it's either related to drugs or anxiety. Either way, I gotta keep that fire on me. I am a licensed carrier of a gun. I can legally carry my gun. I have rights. I'm not a felon. I'm speaking slowly for Charlene and her lawyer. Anytime I've ever pulled my gun out, it was to protect me and mine. I haven't shot anyone. I haven't been arrested for any wrongdoing. And I definitely won't lose my kids because I had to show. It is legal in Las Vegas to keep your out. It is illegal to hide and conceal without a carry concealed weapons license. So no matter what, I can legally walk around like this with no license. Anybody can in Vegas unless you're a felon. You can literally walk around like this with it out. So whenever she saw my, that was another legal moment in my life. But that's what she's using against me. Little do she know, I have way more shit on her. She really shouldn't have did this because now I didn't want to take her custody away, but now I have to. Now I have to be the primary custodial parent. Physically, I'm going to be 100%. That's what it has to be now, because she wants to go to court, not me.
What's crazy to me is the fact that all of this started because CJ wanted to get the children, the twins, into kindergarten.
I don't want to give my money away to the lawyers for court fees. Why? When I can go on a trip with my kids. But I knew something like this was going to happen. That's why I've been telling the kids, no, I have to save my money. I have to save my money to fight your mom in court. And they've been saying, you gonna win, daddy? You gonna win? They've been always checking me about this. I guess I spoke it into existence because even though I didn't know this was gonna happen, I knew this was gonna happen. Even my lawyer texted me today and said, I knew this was gonna happen. She's already filing for you to go back to court within the same year of you beating her in court. It's only been 1 year. Now remember, when court ended, they went to the police department and lied and said I touched Jalea. That didn't work, so now we going back to court. What the freak is it gonna take for this to be over? I've already literally destroyed them online. They can't even come back at me for nothing because every time I open my mouth, I flame them unconsciously.
Let me know in the comment section, do y'all think CJ should get full custody? He said previously he didn't want to do that because he felt like the twins should have both parents in their life, no matter what. But it sounds like he's feeling different about that now.
That wasn't enough. I already showed them I'm willing to die for mine. I got on me. That wasn't enough. I roasted Rico. I roasted the bald head short pimp. I roasted CJ on 32. I roasted Bandman Kevo. I roasted Tata. I roasted Grandma. I roasted everybody. That wasn't enough. Still, they want to fight. So, me and Patricia being my attorney, we will do what we always do best. We will fight back. I'm just protecting and defending. All right? I wanted her to release the kids so they can go to school. That's it. I just wanted her to just sign that email saying, yes, I agree, they can go to school with the other kids in the world that belong in school because they are of age. Legally, yes, you have to wait until the kid is 6. No, I said that wrong. Legally, you can wait until your child is 6. It used to be 7, which is what royalty think the new law is, but they changed that. The new law says at the age of 6, the kid has to be enrolled in school.
So that explains why the twins were taken out of school, and legally it is okay for them not to go this year. I guess since it's not mandatory the twins start this year, that's why she was able to take them out.
My kids will be 6 in February. School already started this month. Why would I wait till they're 6 when they could have already been in school? You could be in school at 5. I was at school at 5. I did preschool and kindergarten. They already missed preschool and now they're missing kindergarten. I'm confused. They're going to be the oldest kindergartens in the world. Also, they're going to be the smartest kindergartens in the world because they're already more advanced than all the other kids. Why are they advanced? Because they live hell every day. They come to their dad's house, they're rich, they're happy, they're woke and vibrant. They go home, they're stressed, they get snapped on, they bear. What's worse is Charlene is talking about me having guns, but she broke my daughter's arm twice and didn't take her to get a cast twice. How do you not take your kid to the doctor when you break their arm twice? How do you send her to her father's house 3 days after her arm was broken with her arm stiff like this, with no cast, no medication for the pain? What kind of mother are you? Actually think a judge and a jury would agree with you?
Now what's crazy to me is the fact that CJ already knew who Charlene was. None of the children were going to the doctors, none of them. Their first dentist appointment was when they were older with CJ. That's why when Kamari would go there and visit with them, Nike would be telling him, hey, make sure she has a doctor there, she has asthma, she needs an inhaler, make sure she's okay. Because Nike knew that nobody over there went to the doctor. So as bad as it is, yes, of course, Charlene would not take her child to the doctor, even if she broke her arm. Now, the second time the arm was broken, she did end up taking her, but I believe CJ paid for that. And Cordelia also had to get some cavities filled, I think, and some teeth pulled, and I'm pretty sure CJ paid for that too. Doctors and school, those things are just not important to Charlene.
You literally broke your daughter's arm twice. You guys watching this have to understand how rare it is for a 5-year-old to have 2 broken arms. That is so not normal, bro. That is not cool. Cordelia don't play football. Why the hell is she getting her bones broken? She's not even in gymnastics. What the hell is she breaking her bone for? Because her mom. That's called child neglect. You have always neglected your children. That's why your old cameraman who you fired started exposing your ass, showing that Cordelia plays with blunts when you're done smoking them. You're the worst parent we've ever seen, and you publicize it all. You share food with all your kids. You're coughing that weed shit all on them. Breath smell like fucking booty. You're hanging around pimps who claim they have a wife, a baby mama, a girlfriend, another girl, and you. And I'm sure they all got kids that's doing all kind of weird shit to each other when no one's watching. And then you want to involve my kids. You're lying to your oldest daughter, telling her to lie. Now her brain's all messed up. She's just a little girl. Now you didn't convince her that I did something that never even happened. Now she's growing up. She don't know which way she want to go. Gay, straight, here, there, everywhere. Like, what kind of mother decides to get on OnlyFans at your big ass age with your 5-kid having ass? You're 35 and you have 5 kids. Technically, if you just add the 5 kids to your age, bitch, you're 40. You should act like it. Why are you moving like a 20-year-old? Yeah, hit that OnlyFans subscription. You see that nipple? Oh, yeah, it's so oily. Hold on. That BBL CJ paid for is oily, y'all. Come and look at it. We don't want to see your tight ass. Ew. You're a bucket. You literally are the most nasty. Bro, I don't understand this. When me and Royalty were together, we stayed together so long because the money was good.
So that is CJ admitting that they only stayed together because of the money. That actually makes a lot of sense.
I was money motivated. I woke up every day with a mission. Kids, let's do another video. Royalty, you're a glorified camera woman. Hold this camera and take this pic. That was every day. It was more like a business relationship. We weren't in a romantic relationship. It was more about business. But once the business started to run a little stale, I said, I got to get the freak out of here. Wait. I think if we have kids, especially a son, everything would be better. You would blow up on YouTube. We would get our spark back. I was like, man, that sounds dumb as hell. Come on, CJ, you know you've always wanted a son. Look at how you and Leon get together and bond. I'm like, man, that do sound like a good idea, I guess. I mean, I guess I do want to see what my son would look like, how he would act, if he would be strong like me. Okay, you know what? Let's go talk about it. We go to the IVF place. I sign the papers. I pay the money. I off in the cup. I leave. I come back. They like, actually, your strongest sperm was a female. So if you do want a son, I think you should have twins, a boy and a girl. Because according to Royalty, aka Charlene's medical records, she had too many miscarriages, and I don't want you to pay $40,000 and her end up having another miscarriage with your son. So she should have a girl and a boy, because no matter what, the girl will make it. She's strong. I'm like, oh my God, this sounds like a setup, bro. No, I do not want twins. I do not want another daughter. I do not want 2 kids with this girl. Well, that's the only way we're going to do it, because we're not going to legally let you sign that paper knowing that she might have a miscarriage and you're going to be mad at us. I was like, what the? Royalty, we need to talk. We need a meeting right now. I tried to convince her that this was the stupidest idea ever. No, her and her mom, they was on my hand. You're going to do this.
Y'all heard that? Her and her mom. I've thought this for a while now. Tanya is running Charlene. She tells her what to do. Charlene is legally an adult, but Tanya is the one in charge of her. She's the one that makes all of the decisions.
You already agreed to do it. You're going to do it. I should have said right there, I needed a lawyer. I should have said I need a lawyer, because they were trying to corner me in the back for this very moment right here. They already pre-planned this. As dumb as they are, how the hell is they so smart? Literally. They like, listen, Charlene, you get that nigga to give you 2 kids, you're going to be rich for life. You can take everything, every penny from that man. Child support, free. You will never have to work again. Forget YouTube. Sit back and smoke all the you want, girl. That's what their thought process was telling them. And I ain't gonna lie, if I was a deadbeat, it would have worked. If I would have said, you know what, forget these kids. You can have the kids. I don't want to ever see them again. They would have been able to get paid. But I was like, hey, these my kids. They came from me. I paid for them. I want to be in their life now. It's too late. We could have not had them and I would have been good. But we had them. So now they could.
Y'all gotta let me know what you think about the situation. What do you think about CJ So Cool and Life with Royalty going back to court for custody of the twins? What do you think about Charlene not wanting the twins to start school this year? From what CJ is saying, it is not mandatory. And do you think CJ So Cool will get full custody of the twins? Do you think he should? Just let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will definitely see you in the next one.